Today's video is going to be a little bit different. We're going to be testing out probably one of the most expensive items on the entire server. I can almost confidently say that it is probably the expensive single item on the entire server right now. And that just feels weird to say. I was trying to think of something that might be possibly more expensive, and I honestly can't. I think this sword that I'm holding in my hand is one of the most expensive items on the entire server, period. Like, that's it, that's all. It costs roughly 2.6 to 3 billion coins to obtain, and it is not mine by any means. This actually belongs to Deathstreaks. I'm going to link his Twitch channel down below. I've done a bunch of stuff with him here on the channel before, and he was kind enough to let me borrow it for today's video. And we're going to test it out. This is the 3 billion coin Hyperion. If this is your first time here on the channel and you enjoy Hypixel Skyblock content, then consider subscribing. It doesn't cost you a single thing, and you can always change your mind at absolutely any time. So yeah, just consider subscribing. We're on that road to 70k subs, and I'd love for you guys to be a part of it. So a lot of you might be thinking, how does a Hyperion become worth 3 billion coins? Mine, for example, is worth about 700 mil. I think I can confidently say that. It's got Ultimate Wise 5. It's got a few level 6 enchants, Smite 7. It's Recombobulated, 5-star Fuming Hot Potato books, and it also has all 3 scrolls attached, making it Wither Impact. And it's a Hyperion, like, nonetheless. And so if we look up Hyperion on the auction house here, if I can actually spell for a second, and we go to the lowest price, as you can see, cheapest one, 642 mil. This is probably the closest to what I have, and this one's worth 736 mil, or maybe this one right here. This one's also priced at 700 mil, so in that range. And you might be wondering, okay, 700 mil is still a ton. It is, trust me, it cost me a lot to craft this sword, but how do we jump to 3 billion coins? And it's quite simple. By adding nearly everything that you possibly can here that exists in this game onto one sword. And what I mean by that is, well, it's got Chimera 5. For those of you who don't know, Chimera 5 is the most expensive enchant on the entire server, and there's a good reason for this. During the Mythological Creatures event, there is a mythological creature known as the Inquisitor. It has a very small chance to drop a book called Chimera 1. It's very rare to get. The Inquisitor is rare on its own. It's also one of the hardest to kill mythological creatures in the entire event. So getting your hands on a single Chimera book is an accomplishment nonetheless. The only problem is that you actually need 16 of these books to get Chimera 5. And the cheapest Chimera 1 book right now is 85 million coins. Could you imagine buying 16 of these things just to throw it on one sword? It's quite ridiculous. The enchant alone costs about 1.5 billion coins. Just for that, like, pink Chimera 5 text. And there's a good reason why it costs that much. As you can see, Chimera 1 copies 20% of your active pet stats. When you have it at Chimera 5, it is actually 100% of your active pet stats. So this adds up very quickly, and the reason why this can be quite overpowered, I'm going to be showing you guys today. Because the sheep pet that I have equipped is also Deathstreaks, and it has something called the Minos Relic, which increases all pet stats by another 33.3%. So we're actually getting 133.3% more pet stats. And the reason why this is good on the Hyperion is because the sheep pet gives something called ability damage. As you can see, plus 26% ability damage. And the reason why this might be good with the Hyperion is because to do damage with the Hyperion, it actually does ability damage. And so that's how you end up doing all of your damage. Just by right-clicking and making this giant explosion, this is where all your damage comes when you're using the Hyperion. So you might be wondering, what's the difference between my regular Hyperion and the damage that a maxed out, like, Chimera 5 Hyperion can do? Not only does it have Chimera 5 though, it also has Critical 7, Ender Slayer 7, Giant Killer 7, Looting 5, Luck 7, Lifesteal 5. All of these are ridiculously expensive enchants, including Vicious 5 there at the bottom. It is every maxed out enchant in the entire game. It also has Fuming Hot Potato books, it's 5-starred, it's Recombobulated, and it has Wither Impact as well. It is the most expensive sword I've ever seen in my life, I'm not gonna lie, and I don't think I'll see one more expensive for a good while. If we clear off some of these mobs here, and I just want to show you one, like, mob with the right-click ability on my Hyperion. In my chat, as you can see, I did 987,000 damage. Still a ton of damage. I would take that any single day of the week, and I'm quite satisfied with that. But if we go ahead and right-click with Deathstreaks, we end up doing almost 1.2 million damage. So that's almost a 300,000 damage increase, or a little over 200k. And so it doesn't sound like a lot, but that's well over 20k or 20% extra damage, which is actually quite ridiculous. And so that definitely adds up really quickly. And when you're in dungeons, you want to try and do as much damage as possible. I'm not saying I recommend Chimera 5 for every Hyperion in the game, but I mean, if you have the money, why not? We're going to hop into a floor 6 run. I want to do my best to basically solo the boss process, as well as just show you guys how much damage Deathstreak's Hyperion does inside the catacombs. So let's jump straight to that clip right now. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. So we're in a dungeon, and obviously as we get blessings, we're going to do more damage. But I think I told them that we're just doing like a pure... I just did 196 million damage to a few mobs there. Okay. Yeah, this thing does... Oh my goodness. Like, my Hyperion already did a good amount of damage, but this just feels a little overkill. Here, one spider, 8.6 million damage, and we don't even have blessings yet. Yeah, that's a little excessive, but I mean, I'll take it. I mean, I'm not complaining. Why does it do so much? Like, I kind of want to compare that to my Hyperion. I think that's something we'll do here as well. So mine obviously doesn't have Chimera 5. It's not crazy maxed out like Deathstreak's. So if we go ahead and let's go ahead and find a mob. Actually, I see some name tags up top. Let's head up here. So actually, let me just clear the room with Deathstreak's 112 million damage. I want to try and find a single mob to single them out on. So yeah, here's one. With mine, we just did 33 mil. That one we did 29 mil, and that was to one less enemy. And it's just, I can't, like, the Hyperion already is a very overpowered weapon. And it's kind of cracked the amount of damage that with the Minos Relic on the sheep, which also increases all pet stats by 33%. And the reason why that's good is because the sheep pet actually gives ability damage. And so with that applied, as well as with Chimera 5, and Chimera 5, as you guys know, I already explained what that does. It just adds up pretty quickly. Like right now, my ability damage extra percent, where is it? I do 157% extra ability damage. Which is quite insane. It's these aren't rookie numbers we're talking about here. We're talking about some pretty serious numbers. So I mean, I just can't believe that. I really want to try this thing in a boss just because I want to see it annihilate something. Like that was 11 mil against one mob. So it's starting to go up just by getting a few blessings. And I told this party that we're just gonna rush, basically just rush boss room, because I want to try this thing on the terracottas, because I bet you we can kill all the terracottas, honestly. And I wouldn't mind trying this on one of the giants in floor 6. I think it'll just be interesting to try out overall. We can melt some mobs. So they left me boss room. It is probably the worst boss room to try this out on, because I can actually still die from this. And I did. I got blown up by the TNT. I hate Boomer of the boss room. No, it's so bad. It's actually the worst one. You can't like enjoy just annihilating the room. Like we killed everything in the room, but we died to all the stupid TNT. Oh, I hate that room, man. That's actually brutal. This is my time to shine. This thing always scares me. I'm not gonna lie. I do not like doing the tic-tac-toe for many reasons. One, because it is a terrible way to throw in front of your viewers, but I think we survived. Did we do it? Oh, I don't even get to find out. I think we didn't fail. Tie tic-tac-toe, good job. Okay, oh my goodness. I couldn't imagine if I failed it for a video, but we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna annihilate some terracottas first off. Oh my god, they're turning. That is terrifying. The golems too? Can we just shred through the golems? I think we can. I think we're... Oh my god, yeah, we actually just shredded through the golems. What? Oh my goodness, what? It just annihilates the golems. And the terracottas, actually. Wait, let's just go stand in the middle and look down. See if we can kill them all. Yeah, it just shreds through them. Not even a chance. I don't think you guys understand how many times I've died on this floor. Let's try it here on this golem now, by the way. Oh my goodness, okay, that was kind of close because they do deal a lot of damage. But we took care of that with quite ease, I'm not gonna lie. And these terracottas too, like they just... I'm too quick. They don't stand a chance. We're just melting through everything that is like alive. That's actually insane. Like nothing's hitting us right now during the terracotta phase, which is quite crazy. And this guy has the same idea going. So yeah, I'm just gonna do what this guy's doing. Stand in the middle, just spam click and absolutely annihilate everything in our sight. Like we actually made pretty good work of those golems too, which is quite insane. And we also got an odd zombie knight sword. I'll take it, I guess. Don't really need, but I'll take it. Yeah, that's actually insane. PC, let me try and... Oh, I can't type. Solo giants. I want to try and do that. I want to try and see if we can do that for you guys. That would be quite insane if we can. I'm assuming we can. I've done it before with a Valkyrie, but that's like a Berserk tile thing. I've never done it with a Mage setup. So I'm kind of curious. This is probably the floor that I've run the least amount, mainly because I'm just not a fan of this terracotta phase. It's really not for me. So yeah, we're going to do our best to try and solo the Giants here. I don't know how we're doing. Oh my god, he's already gone. What? Okay, they're all here. How are they looking? Wait, where are they? Oh my goodness, what? We just shred through them. Okay. Let me solo boss. Yeah, let me solo it. Thanks, fellas. I appreciate you guys. If I die, then you guys can avenge me. But we're going to do our best to solo Stan here. I actually can't believe how quickly we shredded through those like bosses there. Like, what's our stats right now? 157 ability damage. Our effective HP right now is what? Where is it? They've moved stuff around in this menu. I don't like it. I don't like it. Where's my... I can't even find it. Okay, let's see what we can do with this guy. I see his boots in the background here. Oh my goodness. We actually just shredded through him. Just absolutely annihilated him. Necromancer Lord boots. I don't think that's profit, but I mean, cool, I guess. Like, it's cool to see something in the chest, I guess. Yeah, I think we're taking free chest. But that is insane how much damage that does. I actually can't believe that. So yeah, that was a lot of fun. I actually can't believe the damage difference I was seeing. For those of you who have used a regular Hyperion before, you're kind of used to your numbers. This thing is just complete overkill. I don't see where you need this much damage, but man, was it fun to use. Also, in terms of the setup cost, so if we round this up, or it's an estimate that this costed about 3 billion coins for the Hyperion here that I'm holding. And then the sheep pet that I'm using right now also costed 150 million coins. You might be wondering where that cost comes from. The Minos relic is actually quite expensive. If we go over to the auction house right now, as you can see, the cheapest one is 62 million coins. And yeah, they're quite hard to get, and so very expensive as well. But it also has the neon blue sheepskin, as you can see. And that is quite expensive as well. I believe when he bought it, he paid like 60 million coins for that as well. So it adds up very quickly. So we're using about a 3.1 roughly billion coin setup right now. That's not including my armor and all my other stuff, just the sword and the sheep. I can't believe it. Either way, I hope you guys really enjoyed today's showcase video. If you guys did, make sure to smash that like button. If you guys want to see more videos like this in the future, let me know in the comments down below. I'd love to start up a conversation down there with you guys. And leave a like on the video while you guys are at it. If you're new around here, make sure you subscribe and turn on post notifications so you can stay up to date on everything that I'm doing here on the channel. Also, follow me on Twitter. I need more followers on there, please, I beg. And without further ado, I'll see you guys in the next one. All right, take care and peace.